I don't like that dog. You don't like the dog either?
No.
Why don't you like that dog?
I like that tiny bit.
You like him just a tiny bit because he's soft? Why don't you like him?
Well, why?
But why? Is it because he bit Maya?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're live again.
Yeah, Mom.
So apparently,
Yeah.
the husky came in, and as he was coming in, he kind of like snapped at Maya, and I thought he just kind of like snapped, but he actually bit her.
Yeah.
And so, like, his body language, he's just, like, even now, he's back there, like, playing with some other dogs. We just left, but that dog, one of the other owners that were in there with us that had bit that dog, Biscuit, that came in, I think, right before we ended my life. Maya and Biscuit were playing, and then they just, we kind of all left at the same time because of the husky. But, hey, Maya, come here. He got her pretty good. I mean, the spot right there under the eye is the deepest. And then right there between the face.
Me too, Mom.
You see?
No.
You see where she's bleeding?
No.
Right there? The red?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he bit her.
Why?
Because people don't socialize their dogs right.
No.
So, oh yeah, she's fine. I didn't even realize it until she came back over, and that's when I realized he'd actually bit her. Like, I thought he just kind of like snapped at her, which is fine, you know, saying. I told him he could bring the rocks. I told him he could. You know, he likes trucks. But, you know, it's fine if a dog wants to, you know, snap or whatever and, like, say, you know, I don't like you, you know, leave me alone. That's fine because that's how they communicate. But it's a different story when they actually bite. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, Maya's okay. But it's just, I don't know. And then, like, the girl wanted to, like, leash her dog. And this was, of course, before I realized that, like, he'd actually bit her. At that point, I would have been like, you need to leave with your dog. But I was like, if you leash your dog... No, you don't need to have an aggressive dog in there. Once a dog bites somebody, like, that's it. You need to leave.
I told you it was a little more than a snap.
I mean, I just didn't... She didn't yell. She didn't...
She did.
Not like she got bit, though, you know?
That wasn't bad, but yeah.
It just... I didn't think that she'd actually been... You know, she didn't act like she'd been hurt. And so... It's just... It's whatever. I mean, it's a risk you take when you go to the dog park. No, up there. That part stays on his harness. Yes, you gotta wear that. Maya, up. So, we're just gonna... Yes, Maya's a service dog in training. What did the owner... Yeah, Maya, the puppy, got bit. Her... Yeah, I gotta buckle him in. You can see it under her eye. And then between her eyes, right there. So, this big husky that was coming in got, hang on. Those don't break open, honey. Yeah, let's let you in and then you can go play in the playground for a minute. But no, this husky, like, if you go to the end of my other live, I think Cookie, the pit bull, had already come in. And Maya and Cookie, they were doing great. Like, once Cookie calmed down, it was fine. Like, they did great. They were running around playing. Like, as we had to catch both dogs just to get them to stop. But the husky was coming in at the same time. And I guess I should have just stayed live. But his body language, like, immediately was just off. And I was trying to tell the owner, like, if you try to clip him and put him on a leash, like, that tension's going to go through that leash, too. Like, you know, if you're tense, your dog's going to feed off of that. And it's going to make it worse. And you ready to go? You can play at the playground for like 15 minutes. Okay? And then we're going to go. But yeah, I mean, the owner didn't... When the dog snapped at Maya... Yeah. But... Yes. When the dog snapped at Maya, the owner was just gonna, like, clip her husky up. This was, again, before I realized that Maya had actually been bit. I didn't realize he actually bit her. And she was just going to leash her dog and have her dog leashed in the dog park, which, if you know anything about dogs and being in a dog park, don't do that. And I was just like, you know, that's just going to cause more tension. I was like, can I give you a little advice? I was like, that's going to cause more tension if you have your dog leashed in here. Like, you don't need to do that. And so, yeah, the owner of the dog did nothing. And I made sure, like, as I was leaving to, like, kind of talk loudly about my dog being bit, you know. And then the other people that were there that had Cookie, they're actually over there. You see them, they're walking over there. They're walking. The pit bull Cookie that came in at the end of the other live. We all walked out together because, like, he was like, yeah, that husky's making me a little uncomfortable too. I was like, yeah, it's his body language. Like, he's really just uncomfortable and nervous. And I was like, I didn't, you know, it was one thing before I realized my dog had actually been bit. Like, if your dog snaps at a dog, okay, cool. You know, they communicate. They have to communicate some way. And Maya can be a lot. But this was as soon as the dog came in the gate. This wasn't, you know, like Maya was chewing on him. They were in the middle of and the dog got irritated. This was as soon as the dog came in.
Probably did that thing she always does. She grabs her ankles.
Yeah, that, like, if that had been the case,
I mean, she probably was.
I don't think she was, because this was, I think it was just all three dogs that were in there were up there at the husky. You know, they were all saying hey, and so he had Maya, Max, and Cookie all up there. Like, when he came in, you know, everybody checking each other out. And I think it was just, I think the dog just couldn't handle it because he was acting really nervous and uncomfortable. And, you know, that's why you gotta socialize your dog. But, yeah, I'm trying to read your guys's, no, I'm not gonna take her to the vet. She's fine. She's up to date on all of her shots. You know, she's had her rabies. She's had all of her puppy shots. Like, she's done with shots until next year. You know, Max is up to date. So I'm not worried about taking her to the vet. It's not that deep. I'm gonna get home. I have everything for my IV. And so, yeah, well, we're gonna go to the park for you to play for a minute at the playground. So, I'm just gonna take some of my stuff from, like, my IV. Like, I've got saline flushes. So when we get home, I'm just gonna, you know, do a saline flush on the wound. You know, I've got some alcohol pads, and she's gonna hate that. And then we've got some antibiotic cream. So I'm just going to do that a couple times a day. And she'll be fine. I just got to watch and make sure it doesn't get infected. But I'm going to take care of it. So there's no reason for her to go to the vet over it. But, yeah, I am. And I'm lucky it didn't hit her eye. It was like when Max got bit. It's almost like the exact same spot that Max got bit, under his eye. I'm not wearing a seatbelt because we're just driving around the park trying to get to the playground. So that's why. We're not like driving. But, Mary, baby gifts, I have not yet. You'll have to message me on Instagram. What do you want to ask me about, Lucifer? My favorite soup, onion soup and miso soup. Yeah, she'll be fine. I mean, Maya, she kind of like, I don't really remember her yelping. Austin said she did yelp. Yeah? Do you want to get out or not? You do? Will you unbuckle him, baby? Please? But, wait. Let me see. Here, let me see. So I don't think there's any other marks. It's just the one under her eye is a little deep, if she'll hold still. The one right there, one of them, I can see a little like redness. I almost like completely broke through the skin. And then the main spot I'm worried about is that. That's going to be the one I'm going to have to watch. Yeah, you can see in a minute. We need to catch up on season 5 of Lucifer, but we've watched up to season 4. Austin, what do you think of Lucifer?
I think we need to finish Shadowhunters first.
No, I know, but people are asking, I guess, like, just about it.
Mommy.
Like, it's worth watching. Yeah?
Mommy.
Okay, put that down, and don't hit the dog with it, please. Okay? Accidents happen. Hey, go to the playground. You got like 15 minutes.
What? This part?
Yeah, you wanna like give me some stuff so you don't have to hold all of it? I don't even see it. But Lamb's back there. You climbing? Yeah?
Still frozen.
It's not saying I'm frozen anymore on my end. Okay, yeah, no, sorry guys, my phone froze. But, I don't know, like, I'm irritated about my getting bit, of course, you know, but, yeah, I see you. But, you know, that's a risk when you go to a dog park. Like, that's just one of the things that can happen, but if you didn't socialize your dog right, don't bring your dog to the dog park. You know? Mary, this husky came in after, I think I showed the husky right before I ended the last live. And so the husky came in, and first I thought it had just snapped at Maya, and which I understood because there were like 3 dogs, you know, after it came in. You know how when you're at a dog park and a new dog comes in, all the dogs want to go say hey and check each other out, and I just figured he had kind of like snapped. Not necessarily at Maya, but kind of like in general. Yeah? Nobody's here. Austin, we go climb with him for a minute?
Yeah.
Please, because nobody's here. And I can't really climb with my big old belly. Austin's gonna come play with you, okay? Yeah, look at that smile. But the dog had actually bit Maya, so as soon as it came in. But, you know. No, I'm not gonna take her to the vet because it's not that bad. As long as, you know, I'm gonna keep an eye on it, watch for infection, yada yada yada, but it should be okay. It's just, she's up to date on all of her shots too, so I just had to come back on and share that because, I don't know, I guess I needed to rant about it and vent about it and just, I listen to a little bit of everything. Hey, you said Alex, right? Mary, I don't know if the husky had a rabies shot. I didn't even ask, honestly. Maya is up to date on all of her shots though, so I'm going to hope this dog had a rabies shot, but, you know, even if not, Maya is up to date. So Maya has had all of her shots. Maya, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh yeah, just like get all tangled up. Come here. So like, Maya. Hey. I know you're tired. That's Maya's rabies tag. Here's Max's rabies tag. So, you know, they're up to date. They just got theirs. They just got their rabies updated like a month ago. And so I got them. I was able to get them done like at the same time. But yeah, she's okay. It's just, you know. It is what it is. I see you, Rosie. Yeah, she's alright. Just. I'm not really worried about her being bit and interfering with her service dog training because Maya loves all dogs so much. Like, I didn't even realize it because she was immediately playing. She didn't, like, stop. It did not faze her. And that's why it took me, like, 15 minutes to even realize that she'd actually been bit. Because she was just running around having a blast. Like, she was even still trying to play with the husky. And it was when she came back to me, when I called her back, because of the, you know, the husky's body language just kept getting away. And we were about to, you know, leave, and she was back and forth playing with the pit bull Cookie, which he was fine. It was when she came back to me that I realized she'd been bit. And then I realized when she got bit, because nothing else had happened. So, but no, she's going to be fine. I don't see that affecting, like, she was playing the whole time. She didn't even want to leave the dog park. Her and Cookie, as we were walking out, because we walked out, Max, Maya, and Cookie, like, we all walked out at the same time. So, like, we were, like, in the gate together at the same time walking out. And, like, they were trying to, like, wander off together. Like, she's fine. I'm surprised Max didn't, like, I was trying to figure out, like, why Max got away. Because Max started getting, you know, Max got really stiff like Max's body language after that happened got really stiff. And I just figured it was because, you know, like the dog snapping, you know, maybe made Max uncomfortable. But now I understand that it was because Maya actually got hurt and the dog was being actually aggressive and not just, it wasn't just a little snap, it was that this dog bit Maya. And so, because like I had to call Max, like I called Max over and I made him go into a down to relax. And, because Max almost seemed like he was going to be almost reactive, which he wasn't, but I just wasn't going to take the chance because the Husky's energy was already to a point, and I felt like it was just rubbing off on Max. So I called Max over and put Max in the downstay. Maya was running around playing. Max stayed in a downstay for like 2 minutes, and then I let him go. And Max, you know, was fine. But when it happened, in that moment, Max was like, his body got stiff, and his head went up, and his tail went up, and he just got really stiff, and like just stood there. And it's because this dog was being aggressive. And so Max is not a submissive dog. So if a dog is aggressive, you know, Max doesn't get submissive. And so it's just something I have to watch about Max. And, you know, Max isn't going to just attack another dog or anything like that. You know, Max, yeah. So, I hear you. But, you know, if a dog fight was to happen, Max, I hear you. If a dog fight, like, was to happen, you know, if a dog was to, like, attack Max, Max would end up in a fight. Like, Max isn't going to back down. That's just not Max. And so I had to call Max over to make sure nothing happened. And nothing happened between Max, but I understand now more why Max's body language got the way it did. But we are going to hop off of here. And I've not gone to a service dog only dog park. I didn't even know that existed. But we're going to hop off of here so everybody's okay. You know, everyone's good. And I'm going to hop off here. And so we will see you guys later. So I'll do another video or a live here soon, so you guys just keep a lookout for that. Bye, guys.